Okay, anyway. Hello guys. So I'm a little sick right now. I got bored. So I'm making Enspellment tier lists with runes, wisps, and elements. So first of all, flame. Flame is, we all know that flame is just overall one of the starter elements, but also it's also pretty good. So like just for combos in general, and even if your opponent plays passive, you can also still pretty much just catch them with flame off guard. So I'll put it in B for now. Now water. Actually, hold the way I need. Nah, I'm putting it in A. So water. The only thing, like, water is just it. I feel like it's slower than Earth. Okay, like I'm gonna say it right now, I feel like it's slower than Earth. Just the fact that every single time I see a water user, or if I use water, like all the moves are just slow. And the only good thing about water is like water prison. Because the thing with water prison is that you can just catch them inside of it, and then boom, you catch them inside of it. But like the other moves with water is like awful because the wind up and you just block them. So I'm gonna put in the C. Earth, probably A as well with flame, because the combos are well, and I don't know, and just the fact that you can combo like easily with Earth, even if your opponent's playing passive. So yeah, lightning though. See, like, okay, because like lightning got a buff recently, which which basically buffed it. So, God, I'm trying to speak. Lightning got a buff, so now it's Grand Javelin. If you land it and you do this combo, it does 40 damage instead of 25. So, iffy against like S tier and A tier though, that's the problem. So put in S tier for now. Put Earth in front of Flame real quick, actually. Anyway, Wind. This depends. My bad. It depends on the user. It really does. Because the thing about Wind is that the user can either be great with Wind, or they're just dog water and they just miss all their attacks and just openings. So Wind, I'm gonna say it's B. It's not too bad, but not too good. Gravity. This doesn't even depend on the user. It just depends on if they can click keys. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, gravity is the element that you want to use whenever you're sick of it. Like, every single time I see a gravity user, or even every single time I use gravity, the combos are just easy, and they don't really take that much effort. Now, sand. I might have to put this in S plus. I might have to. This might be the first S plus. Because hear me out. Sand has Sand has great combo potential. It has great combo potential. Because I don't see most people using sand, but like the some people that use sand like they pull off combos and they do a lot of damage. And they're like, some of them are true combos too. But the thing about sand is that it can lead up to devastating combos. And that's what pretty much makes it good. And it also has a mobility move, which is so godly. Like, it's just good. And also it's a combat move too. It's like its entire moveset is like combat related, but you can also have mobility with it. Also Thunder's still last year, even though it has the mobility. Just want to bring that up. And Wind, mobility at the same time. Now, Ice. For my longest time, this is not biased, by the way. because I was an ice main. Ice is good, but that's only if you hit the javelin. If your opponent's smart, they'll dodge the javelin and you just can't do an ice combo. Because like the thing with ice is that it takes a bit to combo with it. Like you have to land ice javelin first for it to even combo well, at least, or for you to even use all your moves to combo. Because if you hit ice javelin, you can use like frost palm, use the palm move, and then pretty much you just combo off there. Like you can just do ice javelin, palm, stomp, and then I forgot the name of it, but you know what I mean, the blast. And then you can put an ice crystal in front of it too. And that's just a decent combo in general. It does like 60 HP, 70, I don't know. But that's like a decent combo. Even if you're not using like a combat wisp, like if you're using vitality, it's still, or fortitude, it's still a good one. So I'm gonna put it in front of Earth, high A. Darkness might have to be the first D tier, because it's gonna be the first D tier. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, or Shadow, not Darkness. Shadow is probably one of the worst elements in the game. I'm gonna be honest with you, because Shadow, first of all, I only see some people using it. Second of all of its moves are easily blockable. The Scythe move, it has an awful hitbox. And that one move that like does like 30 damage and carries the whole loadout, that, first of all, is entirely blockable. It's damage over time, and it's hard to land, so it's gonna go in D. Now, Spirit. Spirit is... it's something. Because first of all, you could hit awful combos with it. Like, you can hit a combo that's probably like the Spirit Release into the range move, and then you can just use Will-O-Wisp. Or you can use Will-O-Wisp before the range. Either way, you get my point. 60 damage combos with Spirit. I'll put it in S, because it is counterable. It is very easily counterable. Impact. It depends on the user, once again. If you are an impact main, and I know this, if you are an impact main, you either suck with impact, and you just want to use it because it's funny, haha, slap, or you're just actually good, and you just hit the most demonic one-shot combos ever. And I know a few people that are like that. So I'll put it in high-ish S. Put Spear in high-ish S too. Now, Cloud. Putting it in C as well as water. Because Cloud, I might make a little much people mad with it. Cloud is probably also down there with Shadow, if not just a little bit better. Because even though Cloud has like had a 30 damage move, I'm pretty sure they nerfed Thunderbolt from 30 to 20 damage. And sure, it has a good running move, but that's pretty much what makes it entirely above C. And plus, that one rain move, you can just block even if you get hit by it first. So it's going to C. Light. I have a strong relationship with Light, because Light is one of the elements that I personally like. And it's also an element that's very confusing to fight, because the thing with Light is that whenever you're fighting a Light user, they have enough, if they're smart enough, they will either hit you with Halo, or they will stall and use shards on you until they get an opportunity to use Hand of God, waste some of your block, and then they're going to use the Rain attack. Or C, they use Light Rain attack, and then they use the Hand of God, which falls from the sky and does like 30 damage. So it's gonna go in A. Even though it got nerfed recently, all the nerf really did was make more combo potential for Halo, and also make just throwing them off the map, which was kind of funny, less viable. So that's the only really nerf that it really got. Space. This is the thing about space. I don't really know about space. Because the thing about space is that it's like it's more of a defense, not offensive. It's all around, okay? So like if you're in a scenario, somebody's playing passive, you can use the white orb and try and catch them off guard. If they're not playing passive and they're coming up toward you, you can use the starfall attack and you can just guard yourself from it. And either way, you can also stack that with the sun move. So I'm saying it's gonna go in S tier. Time, probably S tier as well. Because hear me out. Combos with time, great. Because the charges move, first of all, you can just spam. It has a 5-second cooldown, which I really feel like needs to be nerfed. Okay, my bad. The time stop move, I'm skipping the save point move because it's so garbage. The time stop move, though, is quick, and it just frees them in place. They can't do anything. They can't block, so that just secures an ultimum. Or you can use charges and then use acceleration. That's a free combo for no reason. So, I'm gonna put in high. S. Space is gonna stay right here. And actually, no, space is gonna stay back there. No, okay, my bad. And the thing about Thunder, why it's like high S too, is because you can pretty much hit like Lightning Stream and then you can use Thunder Kick. It's a pretty easy combo. So now we get to the Wisps. The first Wisp is Intellect Wisp. It's, in my opinion, it's an all-around Wisp. But the thing about it is that it increases your guard damage by 2 times. So even though you can block, even though you have 200 mana, you still basically have 100 mana in terms of blocking. So it only really applies to spells, which makes it go into B tier, fall into B tier. Now, I forgot the name of it. Agility Wisp. Great with impact, great with nothing else. Besides something that requires that you can dash with that you can dash and then you can use a move to extend with it. But really it's not really good with anything else. So put it in C or D. Yeah, I'll put it in D. Now, Power Wisp or whatever it is. Wisp of Maya, I'm just gonna call it like that. I'm gonna say it is B tier because there's simply other damage wisps that outclass it, but also just the fact that it's not entirely useless because it gives you a 1.2 times damage gain. And compared to other wisps, that's bad, but it's good. It's good for a starter wisp. So then we have the Wisp of Thorns. This thing is... it's interesting because that's a 30% chance... oh wait, did I... hold up, wait, did I miss a Wisp? Hold up. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, never mind. My bad. So, Wisp of Thorns. The thing about this one is that... yeah, okay, so the thing about Wisp of Thorns is that it depends on RNG. Like everything, like every other Wisp in this game. 30% chance to reflect the damage. But 30% chance, first of all. And second of all, I'm pretty sure it's full damage. So it'll go into B, because I don't see much people using it, and also it's mediocre. Now, Combustion Wisp. I say it's an easy A. Middle A, at least. Because, first of all, it's the go-to Wisp for most things. Second of all, 50% chance to do an explosion that does half your damage. So if you use something like that with Ultimum, and then it can do the 10 on the first one and the 10 on the second one, that's 60 damage off the bat. So I'm gonna put in A. Actually, I'm just gonna put in A. Yeah, never mind. Blasphemy Wisp. Only compatible with some magics, but it's an insta kill, and you can end streaks with it pretty easy. So because it has a 20% chance to insta kill whenever you deal above 20 damage. And the things that can kill with that is Thunder, Spirit, Impact, Time, Earth, Flame, I'm pretty sure. Not Light, because Light is multi-hit. Space, Spirit, Gravity? I think Gravity. Crap, what was the other one called? Wind too, I think. Ice can kill with it. So pretty much like most of the magics can kill with it. So it's gonna go in S tier. Now, Wisp of Martyr. I don't know how to Martyrdom, whatever. I butchered the name of that so badly. It's gonna go in C, because even though it does 70 damage whenever you die in the explosion's kind of little, and also your opponents have a frame to run away from it, unless they use a move that has giant windup. Then you can just run up to him, boom. But all right, Wisp of Fortitude. I say it goes in easy B tier because of the sole fact, and I say because of the sole fact that it just gives you 2 times X HP, and that's pretty powerful in some situations if you think about it. 2 times HP in like whenever you're fighting something like a time user, whenever you're fighting something like a space user, it's pretty good. Because even though it's pretty much just 2 lives, I mean, come on, it's just 2 times HP. There's nothing really much else to say about it. Alright, now, go to the, we are now on the advanced wisps. So, Wisp of Siphoning, which is literally just mana conversion wisp, but you don't get mana on kills. So, honestly, I'm gonna say it's C, because barely half the time you're gonna have your mana regenerated anyway. And just the fact that, yeah, no, you're just gonna have your mana regenerate anyway, because if you actually control your mana, then you're gonna have it able. But some things that take a lot of mana, you can go for it. It's somewhat of a good wisp. Now, Wisp of Synchronicity. You get no heals on player kills, which, keep in mind, that is a 50 heal, but you pretty much get lifesteal on your hits. Half lifesteal, that is. So, I guess it's gonna go in B, because you heal for half the damage dealt to players. So, that's only good if you actually deal damage. So, I'm gonna say that I actually want to boost agility back up to C, because it's good for running away and also keeping your distance with people. So, it's gonna stay in C. So, Synchronicity is gonna be in B. Now, accidentally skipped skies, but it's just gonna go in D. Because double jump half the time, if you count the fact that if you just count the fact of your jump height is so little. Like the only good thing this wisp would be good for is jumping over time's area effect, because for some reason it doesn't have a graduated cylinder effect. So it's gonna stay in D. Now, Wisp of Carnage. I have mixed emotions about this thing, because this thing, it only activates when you're under 50% HP. And most things do like 50 HP half the time. Like, for example, time with combustion, or time ultimum with combustion, a lightning combo, a impact combo, a spirit combo, a gravity combo. You get the idea. A sand combo, probably. So it's going to go in D as well, because it's not really good. Now, Wisp of Clairvoyance. This is going in F. I don't care what any of you guys say. It's going in F. Being able to see somebody's HP is, like, that is just awful. Why would you need that? You can just calculate the damage by focusing on the damage markers on your opponent, because God knows that those damage markers are huge. They are like giant red icons, because they are. So I don't know why you would need to see somebody's HP. Like, sure, maybe in a tournament, but I don't see any tournaments being run. So it's going in F. Because I don't see anybody else using it too, so you can't really disagree with me. Anyway, that was reasonable to crash out. Wisp of Decay. I've seen mixed emotions about this thing too. You get health from all damage, but your health always decays. It's always rapidly draining, like poison. So, honestly, I think that this would go in B. Because, also I find it funny how all the wisps are pretty much in B right now. I think it's going to go in B, because if your opponent plays passive, then you're not going to get a heal, because you're not going to be able to hit most of your moves, and you're just going to die of decay damage. But if you actually do hit your moves, then it can be pretty good. Now, Wisp of Fate. Taking damage has a 10% chance of turning you invincible for 5 seconds. I have had a discussion with this. Some people say it's good. Some people say it's not. This, in my opinion, is only good. This Wisp is This Wisp is only good if you're fighting somebody who has multi-hit moves. Because multi-hit moves, normally, most of the time, do low damage, and you can just heal off them. Or not heal off them, and you can just proc your Wisp off them, because they do the individual hits. Which, this is why this is like the best multi-hit killing element Wisp. So, I'll put it in high B tier. Now, Pursuit. Wisp of Pursuit. Dealing damage has a 30% chance to give you a speed boost for 5 seconds. Do I need to say more? Because I do need to say more. This is... Okay, fine. Because I'm going to know that most of you are going to cry. Not cry. I know most of you are going to talk about... Oh no, like... It's good in some scenarios, so that's why I'm putting it in D. It's only good if your opponent's playing passive. Because there's no element that needs a speed boost for damage. And that'd be really cool, I'm not even gonna lie. But there's no element at the current time of this recording that needs speed boosts for damage. Now, Wisp of Compression. You have 60 max mana, but you regen mana twice as fast. This is pretty good. But the thing about it is that you can't block Fire Rune, you can't block Earth Rune, you can't block most of time combos. You can't block most of combos in general, because most combos in general do like half your HP and you're supposed to block them. So I guess I'll put it in the middle of B, because it's decent. Wisp of Force. I'm not putting in F. I'll put it in middle C, just because the fact that it's good on some. Actually, no, I'll put it in low B, because it's good on some. It's good on some elements, but since they patched Wisp being used on runes, it's not really that good, because mainly you would use it with something like Fire Rune or Earth Rune, and then you would smite people down, and then they explode, because they can't block it. So, and also probably one-shots, but that's probably, they fixed it probably. So, now, we have the Wisp of Defiance. You have a 50% chance to resist a guard break whenever you're under 50% HP. This... Okay, I'll put it in D tier. Because, hear me on this one. This is good, but it's situational as frick. Because, like, there are so many situations that this can be put in, but it's not really the greatest to be put in those situations. So, like, for example, oh no, a meteor or any rune comes flying from the sky or flying from the ocean or flying from anywhere, and you block it and you get block broken. It resists it. That's the only time it would be good, unless you're fighting a high damage element. So it's gonna go in D tier. Now, what was this one called? Wisp of Arcanity. I'm putting in F, because taking damage restores your mana. That's like, okay, look, I guess I'll put it in D. I'll put it in D, okay? I'll put it in D, because it's not great, again, but it's not bad, because it's situational once more. Because if you get guard broken and then you take damage from that guard break, I'm assuming that you get the mana because you took damage. So then you get the mana and then you can block again. So it's gonna go in D because it's not that really good. Okay, and now we go to the Luminary Wisps. Wisp of Fantasy, 30% chance to dodge an attack. This is gonna go in... I'll put it in A, because it depends on your luck, like low A. It depends on your luck, because whenever I'm like fighting somebody with Wisp of Fantasy, or I have Wisp of Fantasy on, I'm not using myself. Never mind, I'm not going to use myself for this, because for some reason I have awful RNG whenever it comes to Wisps. But basically, whenever I fight somebody that has this on, it's either I have bad luck or they just have good luck. But they dodge like all my moves, and that's the good thing about it. You can dodge times status effects. You can dodge, I'm pretty sure, flame status effects. You can dodge runes. You can dodge any element in the game. Any move in the game you can dodge. Whether you be stunned or not, you can dodge it. So, actually no, I'm going to put it in low S. Now, Wisp of Valor. This is pretty much just Wisp of Fortitude, but worse. So I'm gonna put it in low B. Cause sure, it gives you invincibility shortly, but it gives you like pretty much 150 HP instead of 200 like Fortitude. Now, Wisp of Lunacy. This is also a Wisp that depends on pretty much your RNG. So, but it is pretty much just better combustion, because I was looking in chat and people were just doing straight up formulas and they found out that combustion and lunacy have this like near same they just have near same, what is it? Near the same multiplier, except lunacy, if you have good luck, you can get bigger multipliers with it. So I'll put it in high S. Now we get to the runes, and this is pretty much the end part of the video. So for water rune, I'm gonna put it in middle high A, because people can block it first of all, in only just 50 damage a block. But if they don't block it, you just get a lot of money. So, and this was my first rune too, and I used it for like 2 hours, and I got enough to get flame rune. So yeah. Anyway, flame rune. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put it in middle-ish S. Because it is good. And the thing about it is that it is good, and it also applies tick damage, so it does 60 damage plus the burn damage. So it's pretty good. And then finally we got the earth rune, which I'm gonna put in right by flame, actually. Because earth rune is dodgeable by others if they have like swiftly moving moves like a flying cloud, time thing. But that's pretty much all they can do to dodge it. They can block it, but you have to tank 670 block damage for that. But anyway, guys, that is the tier list. I'm gonna go upload this, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.